Pom 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 yum pom. Anyway, yeah, day 40. We probably skipped a few days because I screwed up the previous videos. So, wow, that was pathetic. Why are they taking so long to kill? Ooh, hello. He attacked? I didn't expect that. Does he win? No, he loses pathetically. Okay, that was great. That was great. They had an army here, and he was too arrogant, I guess. So we're going to send that there because there's not much else we can do with it. We're going to send this there. And okay, now we see that we're into high men territory, which is all we really need. So that looks like the end of that. That does look like the end of that. And he's put troops on that bridge again. How irritating. I'm so sick of him putting troops on these little bridges. Anyhow. Okay, another thing you may have missed is that we... Okay. So we have a decision to make here, which is... Do we stand and fight and get absolutely dumpstered? Which is... Look, he's nearly full HP. He will dump... If we fight this enemy hero, he will completely eradicate us. There's no question, I'm sure. I'm sure he will. Look at that. 7-7 attack stats. We can't fight him with just 17 units, especially when he has more than 17 troops of his own there. The question is, in which direction do we retreat? And because there's all these woods here, we don't really have to worry about him advancing north. Because he can't really move this way, so... Oh shit, don't want to move. He can't move north and then attack us there by going through these woods. It would be too slow. So we want to retreat on this faster road. We want to control the road. Also, we don't want him to just be able to plunder this western territory, so I think I'm going to move this army west. The good thing, though, about him attacking here is that it means this army is still alive. I was worried that he was going to... He could have easily obliterated it, but he chose not to. Probably because he was being cautious. It also looks like he's going to be cautious in this region, which is a bit unfortunate because it means I can't necessarily do too much. Like, if he's bunched up, I can't do too much with the concealment of my leader. So we are going to have to... We're going to have to obviously capture this tower. Because we can. Oh, what? That was terrible. Anyway. He has 6 troops there. So here's my next plan. I'm going to try and fight him there, underground. I'm going to try and move down eastward down here. So Mima has an extremely strong stack that he doesn't want to risk or split because it has his leader in it. Also, his leader doesn't have any concealment abilities or swimming, so that's very useful for us. His leader has wall crushing and 36 movement points. That's all he has, so we can predict to quite a significant extent what his next moves will be in any given situation. He doesn't have total freedom of choice, thankfully. So he moved back afterwards. Don't know if he's going to try and attack me here. I feel like the Frostlings are kind of being a bit too defensive up here, so I need to try to take advantage of the very defensive play that the Frostlings are making. Now, I'm not sure if these troops are enough to hold off the two Frostling leaders, especially if they bring a stack of their archers with them, or if they bring those giants, which I'm sure they have. We killed one giant up here, but I'm sure they have a few more. Somewhere. Now, can I reasonably defend this town with just 11 troops? The Frostling turn comes before the Highman turn, so the Highmen aren't going to be able to spy on me and tell them what I'm doing too effectively, because I move and then the Frostlings move and then the Highmen move. So that's quite convenient for me. The Highmen aren't at war with me yet, but I expect them to become at war with me. The Highman scouts lingering around here, this one's blocking this road. They're really starting to get on my nerves, so I am going to semi-retaliate by sending these penguins and other assorted troops up to capture this node. Just because I just don't like how he's claiming this territory. I understand why he's doing it and that he needs to have some sort of sovereignty over that region, but I still don't like it. So we've decided what we do here, which is move these troops around. It's so bad that I wasted this eagle's movement points though. It's so irritating. Because now I have to worry about this stack potentially killing it. There's nothing I really need to do. There's nothing I really need to do over here with these troops. So I'll probably move... I'll just move my archers forward and then move the eagles around with them. Also, I need to maintain vision over this region. I think Mimo can't actually get at me while I... If I put an eagle here... he will see it, it's there. Ideally, I should put it in places where he won't know that it's even there. We actually have quite good visibility over the region just from the two towers, this tower and this tower. So for this turn, I think I'm going to put the eagle there. And I'm just going to assume that he's going to capture this city. It's far too valuable for him not to. He has to just go and capture it because it's extremely valuable. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to try to keep ahead of his forces. And his elephants are slightly far... Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm so sick of this happening. His elephants are slightly faster than us, but... they can only catch up at us with at a rate of 1 hex per turn, so we should be able to stay ahead of them. Our next point of defense is this town here. And we need to restart our archer production, maybe. We really are running a bit low on gold. It's getting a bit iffy. Because we need 100 gold next turn to start the next Dark Elf Executioner training. I guess we can cancel this Shaman. We don't need to be mass training Shamans. But yeah, these two towns should be making Dark Elf Archers non-stop. Now that the Orcs are moving forward a bit. Up here, what we can do is we can move these troops around. I think we do need to start training Lizardman archers here as well. Another thing is that this whole movement down here with all of these stacks is kind of unnecessary now because we still have these troops, which we weren't expecting to still have. We did expect the Orcs to just come and kill them all. It would be nice to launch an attack through here. They have 5 troops, maybe 6 next turn. So we can just move a whole stack. But they're obviously going to move 1 unit downstairs. This guy has 32 movement points. So if he moves downstairs, he'll have 29, 25, 21. So the question is, so there's 3 things we can potentially do with this army. One is defend this 4-hex town against Mimo's army if he changes his mind and goes back here. Which he won't. So we know actually that Mimo is not going to send that army down here. So we do not really need to defend this, but we do want to make a counterattack here. I think the best way to divide our forces here is to send one of these stacks over here to support this stack. Or rather these stacks. This guy can come too, but the rest we're going to send back up to the surface. Because we've still got these little drips and drabs coming west. It's actually so hard to decide what to do here. I'm sure I don't want to fight these guys head on though. The Frostlings are being passive. I'm not sure if I want to attack the Frostlings. Because the fact that they're passive, it means they're not much of a threat to me. But it also means that when I attack them, they will have everything available to defend. They'll have all of their forces available to defend that 4-hex town. And that means I think I don't want to attack them. I think if I attack them it will go badly. But I do need enough to defend this 3-hex town. I have to be really careful about my decision making right now. Which is why I'm repeating myself so much. So I'll put... one of these stacks back up there. And I'll also be able to move all of these troops back down. Now that I think about it, I actually regret it immediately. I regret not sending... I regret sending 2 stacks back up. Oh no, I only sent 1 stack back up. So this is actually fine to have all of these troops down here. I'm actually fine with how I've decided this. It could have been a bit better, but I think overall it was good. Let's try and sneak some more troops into here. I wonder if I should build a boat. What would a boat achieve? So I'd be able to hop on... If I had transport ships, or just dragon ships, I could hop on there and I could come out up here. Which would be kind of neat. It would surprise the Orcs, but it would take so long. And it would cost so much. So... It's a fun idea, but it's not going to happen. Where am I even sending these guys? Hopefully, if I send troops up here, it'll deter the high men from declaring war on me, which I'm sure they're going to at some point. Now, I don't want this shaman sticking around. He needs to be part of a wider force to be of any power. He's not useful by himself. This boat I can send up there. These guys I can leave here. These goblins I can send down to the caverns, I think. This goblin I can also send down to the caverns. This guy is going to capture this node. Finally, it's really high time we did that. These archers, can we just defend this tower? Yeah, we can just stand here and say, okay, you want this tower, come and capture it. We need to be very careful about how we move our hero around. But she is healing. Last turn she had 3. Now she has 4 HP. She's getting more powerful in that sense every turn. And this is just a nice little auto combat if I've ever seen one. Hopefully the halfling AI is just too passive to do anything about it. And I'm sure the halfling AI is too passive to do anything about it because AI are just like that. So this is a nice little... Oh, and we even get to get rid of that. We can cancel the catapult production halfway through because I do not need a catapult at all. And that'll give us some money, which we definitely needed. Now, who are we at war with again? We're at war with... We don't want the Frostling relation to go down, but I guess it won't go constantly down. The Frostlings by now in my realm have gotten used to the fact that we're at war with their king. It was a one-off relationship damage. I wonder who should we migrate this town to suck up to? Humans I don't really care about. They're not particularly powerful or unique. Lizards are kind of strong, but there's so many of them on this map already. I'm starting to feel a bit sick and tired of lizard men everywhere. Azracs, we only have one Azrac town in our whole empire. We could actually just not migrate it, because if we migrate it, we're currently receiving 32 gold. When you're migrating a city, you don't get any income from it, so... Like, that's 150 gold down the drain, or 96 gold down the drain, just to migrate a city that we're not necessarily going to use to train anything. So, and we need to have a garrison here anyway, otherwise the AI will just come and attack us. So, I might actually just put these guys... I might actually just leave it at that. Like, that's all I need. I don't need to migrate this town. I'm just going to get some money from it and feel grateful. That we have that income. We probably will migrate it after a few turns, but for now we really need money. We're struggling financially. Now, I think we've basically just moved everyone, so that's really that. There's not much more to say. I definitely want to scout there when I can. This guy, do we want to increase our garrison size? I feel like the AI is probably going to launch an attack at some point. But I also feel like I want to be able to have a huge army here. I want to amass another large army in this town, because I know that Mimo is going to give me some jip. He's clearly going to take this town. He's clearly going to try and chase these guys down. Yeah, we don't have a choice. We have to try and move our troops back. Can't afford to build an elephant. They are quite expensive. Maybe I shouldn't build a lizard man archer here. I feel quite secure up here now. I think that's it for this turn. That's all there was to it. Day 40. See you next time.